What's up, everybody? It's me, your boy, the Fluffy Gamer. Just got back from hunting for some goodness. You guys want to see all the goodies that I got? Let's get it started. Alright, so let's get into these pickups. As you guys saw, I went out hunting for some goodness at a lot of Goodwills. Ended up at Luna's, picked up a couple games over there as well. Let's get into these pickups. Alright, the first spot that I hit up of the day was the local Goodwill bookstore in La Mesa. I picked up 4 items inside there. First being a PS1 game, brand new sealed for $2.99, $3. And I'm pretty sure I probably have this loose, but couldn't pass it up being sealed and stuff. And that is NBA Shootout 2001.
Ryan with the ball. Ryan will pass it. O'Neal taking it.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure I have this one already open, so I don't know if I'll hold on to this one or maybe flip it for a couple bucks, because I can make a couple dollars off of that. Kind of cool there. I also picked up another racing game, which I'm a big fan of racing games. This one right here is for the PS2, and that is Crash Tag Team Racing.
That's where you are going, Chandler.
I'm not sure why, but all the Crash Bandicoot games, at least for the PS1, are really going up in price these days. So if you come across any Crash Bandicoot games for the PS1 or the PS2, pick them up. This one right here is complete with the manual, and the disc, if I remember, was in pretty good condition. Yeah, very minty. Minty, minty, minty. Not bad for $4. Not bad, not bad. I didn't have it, so glad to pick that one up. Alright, the next game that I picked up was also a PS2 game, and I was shocked to find this inside the Goodwill. This thing is worth some good money, brand new sealed, and that is Rampage Total Destruction. Yeah. Cannot believe I found it in the store for $3.99. And it's sealed. There's no protection tag on there. There's no protection seal on there, because a lot of the later games, they didn't come with it. They just did away with it. Copies just like this, brand new sealed, have gone for over $35 on the eBay. Not a bad find right there. Definitely glad to have picked this one up. Alright, and the last thing that I picked up inside the Goodwill bookstore was a DVD. I believe this movie came out in the mid-'80s. I remember watching this several times on HBO back in the day. It's from Anchor Bay, and definitely out of print, but not worth too much. But that is Bad Boys, starring Sean Penn.
We're gonna be in and out of there so fast. Like that.
Bad Boys.
And like I said, it's an Anchor Bay movie. Out of print, not worth too much, maybe $9 or $10, but not bad to pick this up for $4. All their DVDs are $4 at that place. Alright, so I ended up leaving that place, and I hit up the Goodwill over on Lake Murray Boulevard. I got 2 items inside there, and the first one was a DVD. I didn't pick up any games inside there. I didn't see anything that I wanted, but I did find a DVD inside there, brand new sealed, and that is the Street Fighter starring Sonny Chiba.
The Street Fighter. If you've got to fight, fight dirty.
Remember Fat Samurai Guy talking about Sonny Chiba? If you ever want to watch a great action movie, a lot of action, a lot of fighting, Sonny Chiba, all his movies, not the greatest movies, but definitely a lot of fun to watch. So I'm definitely looking forward to popping this one in. And again, it is brand new sealed, but won't be for too long. Not worth much. I think it's only worth like maybe $5. Yeah, definitely looking forward to watching this one. Alright, and as I was walking out, I saw this guy right here that I just knew I had to pick it up, because I'm a big fan of this series of Family Guy. And when I saw this, I kind of chuckled, and I was like, yeah, I'm taking you home with me. And that is the Greased Up Guy action figure.
That greased up deaf guy is gonna be the death of me. I'm touching on the candy. Get out! Get out!
I guess he's supposed to be like the greased up deaf guy in the episode, but I don't know, for whatever reason they just put the greased up guy on here. Maybe they didn't want to offend people. Now the box has a little indentation in the front, but other than that, It's brand new, sealed, and will be chilling in my collection somewhere. Not sure, I don't know where yet. Don't know where yet, but I'll find a spot for this guy. Alright, pressing on. Went to the Goodwill over in La Mesa. Yeah, still in La Mesa. I only picked up one game inside there, and it's for the Wii system. Kind of pricey, $5.99, and I actually own this already, but I do know that this is an easy flip. You can get easily 14, 15 bucks for this on eBay, so I'll make a couple dollars off of this, and that is the Wii Sports Resort. Got a nice thick manual inside there. The disc was in fairly good condition. Yeah, really good condition. That'll be a quick, easy flip for a couple extra bucks to help pay for the gas, you know, from all the driving around that I did this week. That's all I got over there. I ended up going over to another Goodwill over in the El Cajon area. I only picked up one item over there. I picked up a DVD. This one is also brand new, sealed, and that is Evil Dead 2.
Carol, what's the matter with you? Did something in the woods do this to you?
No, it was the woods themselves. They're alive, actually. The tree.
Also, an Anchor Bay flick. Seen it before. Great movie. That's all I got over there. I ended up going over to another Goodwill in the Rancho San Diego area, I would say. And I hadn't been over there in a while. Went inside there, looked. There was a lot of games inside there, but nothing that I really wanted, except for one game that I did not have. So for $1, I picked up a PS1 game called Shanghai True Valor. Again, I didn't have it, and it is complete. The disc is in fairly good condition. It needs to be cleaned up some, as you can see. So I should be able to clean it up pretty nicely. But for $1, I couldn't leave that back in the store, so I grabbed it and continued on. I went over to the Converse thrift store. They were closed. They should have been open for at least another 20 minutes. So I went around the corner and I hit up another Goodwill. They were open for another 5 minutes, and I didn't find nothing inside there either. So I ended up over at the Lunas, and I picked up 2 games inside there. The first one being a GameCube game, which I've been on the hunt for this one for a little while, especially since it's gone up in price, because a couple years ago this game was only worth like $9, and is now worth about $30 to $35. And this one is definitely in really good condition, so I couldn't pass up on it. But that is Custom Robo for the GameCube. Oh yeah. And it is complete with the manual. Manual's in pretty good condition. The disc is also in really good condition as well. Definitely glad to add Custom Robo in my collection. I wish I would have picked it up back in the day. I've seen it a couple times, but it just didn't appeal to me. But now that it's going up in price, I figured I might as well pick it up now before it goes up even higher. Grabbed it. And the only reason why I really grabbed it was because of the fact that I actually own a copy of this already opened. So I really don't need this. So what I'm going to end up doing is putting this up on eBay. I'll put it at $35 because that's what they've been selling for. And that will easily take care of this, which means I will have gotten this one for basically $4. So not a bad deal right there. Alright, and the last item that I picked up for the day was an N64 game. This is actually going to be an upgrade for me. The cart, the label, is definitely in a lot better condition than the one that I had already. And that is Donald Duck's Going Quackers. Like I said, this is definitely a nice, clean label, clean cart. I will be putting up my other copy that I had, which the label is kind of scratched up, not in the greatest condition, and the cart is kind of scuffed up a little bit too, but I don't know if you could really see it. But yeah, definitely going to be putting this one up on eBay and get my money back for that one, so that'll basically be pretty much a free upgrade. Alright, so that's all I picked up for the week, but I actually did get some mail, so let's see what I got. Is it a game? Is it a DVD? I was watching a live stream with Tight White and some other retro gaming YouTubers, and Tight White and I can't remember the other guy, they were talking about a certain movie, about a hotel, And being in the hotel industry, just like Tight White, I went on eBay real quick. I found a copy brand new for less than $5. This movie came out in the early 90s, I believe. But yeah, they highly recommended this movie. They said it was really good. And that is a movie called 4 Rooms.
Where a dozen of the most unusual guests ever will check in. And a lone bellhop named
Dead.
on his first day on the job.
All you have to do is hold the fort, and the night's cake.
And I believe this came out in the early 90s. I have never seen this movie before. Starring Antonio Banderas and Madonna. Definitely looking forward to watching this one and seeing all the weird stuff that goes on inside this movie. Who knows, maybe I'll watch it right after this pickup video. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this week's Out and About / pickup video. I'm your host. I am your boy. I'm the Fluffy Gamer. And as always, I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. For some goodness. Hunting for some goodness. I ain't the worst that you've seen. Just got one more question for you guys before I go. Is that a miracle piano? You guys really think I could jump? Joke's on you. I'm a fat ass.